passed your interview on PalFish and you are ready to start booking students. In this video, I'm going to talk about 5 things that you can do to be successful on PalFish right off the bat. Not long after I passed the Official Kids Course interview, I noticed that all of my available time slots were being consistently booked. Then I started earning my goal income within the first month that I was teaching on the platform. I put in a lot of research as well as trial and error, and now I'm going to share with you the things that I did to fill my slots on PalFish right away. By the end of this video, you'll have a better idea of how the platform works when you're first getting started, and 5 tips on filling your schedule as soon as possible. Now, before we even start, this video is for teachers who have already been accepted into the Official Kids Course program, or older teachers who want to just increase their bookings. But if you don't even know what PalFish is, I'd recommend watching this video first. Or if you're looking for tips on how to pass the Official Kids Course interview, you can head to this video and then return back here once you've passed your interview. Okay, so let's dive into it. The first thing that we're going to do is clear up the differences between trial classes and official classes, because I'm going to be talking about these in this video. So remember the Hello Monkey slides that you did for your interview? That's actually one of the real trial classes, and you're going to be seeing that a lot more often. So trial students, or their parents, have not yet bought a package on PalFish. So they're just trying out the app. They get 3 trials and they're encouraged to take them with 3 different teachers. And then after that, they must buy a package if they want to continue on PalFish. They don't pay for these. So this is why sometimes when you're first starting, your trial students might not even show up. You still get half your pay, and you're allowed to leave 15 minutes into the class when this happens. This is all outlined in the PalFish rules, so just make sure to read up on those regarding no-show trials. But a lot of the time they do show up, and this is your chance to show your teaching skills for the Hello Monkey, Hello Fruit, the animals, and other trials based on the child's predetermined English speaking ability. Now, an official class is for students who have already bought a package on PalFish, and then you teach slides based on an actual curriculum. So some new teachers are very confused because they'll see an official class and be like, did I already book a regular student? And the answer could be yes or no. Just because somebody is taking an official class with you, this doesn't always necessarily mean that you're their official chosen teacher. Maybe they're just testing the waters to see other teachers. Maybe they want to change teachers, or maybe their regular teacher is just on vacation or going through some schedule changes. But regardless, during these trials and official classes, you will have the opportunity to turn these classes into sales and obtain official students of your own. So here are my 5 tips on getting those students of your own. So number 1 is open as many time slots as possible. So I'll show here how to go into the schedule, and for everybody it's different, because right now I'm in Eastern Standard Time, but before I was in Pacific Standard Time, and all the classes are listed in military time based on wherever you are. So you can look up the time zone differences on Google to see what time it will actually be in Beijing, but PalFish will show you what times are hot, which means they're very highly booked, and some slots even say double, so you actually get double the points. Not pay, but point for doing a lesson at those times. But like I said, open as many slots as possible. As a new teacher, you are really a hot commodity on PalFish. I always really recommend that new teachers really take advantage of being new. You may think that students and parents want to go with the teachers who have been on the app for a very long time. And although this may be true for some people, a lot of the older teachers have more than 80% of their slots booked, if not all of their slots booked. So as a new teacher, you have a wide open schedule, and the children's parents are going to really appreciate that because it will give them flexibility in booking times with you. And you're a fresh new face on PalFish, so the sales team is going to really want to push you and watch you closely to see what you've got. So don't burn yourself out, but don't be afraid to open as many slots as possible so that you are available for whatever. The second tip that I have is to log into your classroom the night before you teach and review your slides. It is of course good to know what you're going to be teaching. It will help you be prepared. You can get props ready for the next morning. We'll have to wake up as early as 2:30 in the morning if you're on Pacific Standard Time. And like for me, even here in Eastern Standard Time, I'm waking up at around 4:30 a.m. every day to start my classes at at 5. So yes, before you go to bed, review your slides for the morning so that you can have everything ready. Here's something that's really important, is that if your time slots are open, people can book them. So a huge mistake that I see new teachers making all the time, they go to bed, they think that their first class is at 6 o'clock a.m., but since they opened the 5:30 slot and didn't close it before they went to bed, that slot was booked while they were sleeping. So they then wake up at 6 and realize that they had already missed a class. And as you probably know if you've read the rules, which you really should, you get penalized on PalFish for missing a class, and it doesn't look so great on you. So if your slots are open, that means that they can be booked. So if your first slot is open at 5:30 in the morning, you best be up and ready to teach, or even just check your phone at 4:30 to see if it's been booked. Students can book up to, I think, 1 hour before the class begins, so make sure that you're prepared for that. If your schedule is open, that means you should be awake and ready to teach at that time. Also, when I first started, if my slot didn't get booked, I would sit at my desk and wait for pop-ups. So that's if another teacher is absent or if they cancel, you'll get a pop-up on your screen and it will say, available at this time or available now. And you can click it and you'll be entered right into the classroom sometimes. But it's a really good way to get more trials and again to show the sales team that you're on top of it, that you want bookings, and that you're there ready to teach. The third tip that I have is to send messages to the students after you're done your class. So this is a really great way to stand out from the crowd. You have to do after class reports anyway, that is a requirement when you teach the classes, but to go above and beyond, after I would send the PalFish standard report to the student, I would then go and follow them and then also send them a little chat. Sometimes I'd send them like a picture of a donut or a star or like an Avengers character. And then I didn't go too personal. My messages were kind of generic, but I was just like, yay, you completed a class with Teacher Ray. Great job today. I hope to see you soon. I would even send messages to my no-show trials. So even if somebody didn't show up for my class or if they canceled last minute, I would still send them a message either in text or just a little voice note saying, hello, I'm really sorry I missed you today and I hope to see you in my class soon. It sometimes works, it sometimes doesn't. A lot of the times you don't get a response, but again, not everybody does it and it's a really nice way to stand out and just say thank you to the students for taking your class. My fourth tip is to utilize moments and lives right away. So by now you may know that PalFish works a little bit like social media. As a new teacher, I posted about 5 to 10 moments a day. My moments would include anything from just like fun selfies, some worksheets I found on Google. I would pick like a letter of the day, say, oh, the letter of the day is A. These are my favorite letter A words. I'd upload like a little video of me lip syncing to some song, post English idioms or funny ESL memes, pictures of my pet rabbit, or even just the snow in Canada or the mountains. Posting moments will increase your popularity on PalFish, and it just gives you a chance to show your personality to the students. I also did a live video as soon as I started on PalFish, and it was really scary for me, even as someone who talks on camera all the time. But I just talked about my college experience and I think I had like 5 people enrolled, but it still remains on my profile and potential students or their parents can always go back and look at it to see what my teaching style is or what my voice sounds like or what I look like and kind of a bit about who I am. So give the sales team a reason to want to push you. The 5th tip I have for getting bookings on PalFish right away is to get on the reading app as soon as possible. So if you've been watching a lot of PalFish videos, you might have heard of the reading app or maybe you haven't. It is an additional app that you would have to download, but you can register with your same phone number as a teacher's account. And then PalFish students and teachers alike use it to read and record books. The students use it to help them improve their English, and the teachers use it to gain more attention. The reading app is very intimidating at first. It's all in Chinese and it's kind of hard to navigate, but basically you just press the little castle at the top and you will get a whole bunch of different level books. And then you just record them. It's only your voice, it's not video, and you record the words that it says on the screen, slide to the next one, record those words, and at the end of the book you can post it and it will show up as a moment on your PalFish profile. After every single time I'm done reading a book, I go through the list of students who read the same book and I listen to their recordings, or sometimes I don't even listen, and then I follow them and I like the recording and sometimes even leave a comment. But the point is to engage with them and give them a reason to want to listen to your recording and potentially visit your profile to then potentially want to book you as their teacher. That is something I did right away and I'm so happy that I did it. I find it to be super beneficial for gaining new students. There's only so many ways that you can grab the attention of students on the app other than the sales team pushing you. If you have a wide open schedule, again, you are a hot commodity. Students will be delighted to find that out. So those are my 5 tips on how to ace your first week on PalFish. There are so many other creative ideas that people have come up with, including myself, to increase bookings, make your classes more exciting, finding your teaching style, and more. But it can all be really overwhelming at first, so if you just stick with those 5 basics in your first week, you will become very familiar with the platform very quickly and then start booking those regular students. So please let me know in the comments if you have any more questions, and good luck and happy teaching!